eclipse. A sight of breathtaking beauty. The last sliver of sunlight slips behind the moon, and suddenly, day turns into night. The spectacle of the sun and moon coming into precise alignment to cast a shadow on the earth. An awe-inspiring experience. Imagine this same scene if you believe the sky was a realm of mystery and magic. What if you had no understanding of celestial objects? If the sun was the god you worshipped? More than 3,000 years ago, the Egyptian pharaoh Ramesses II was considered the sun's incarnation on Earth. His temple at Abu Simbel perfectly aligned so that on the pharaoh's birthday, the first rays of the sun shone down the great hall of statues straight into the sacred sanctuary, illuminating the stone figure of Ramesses, celestial proof of his divinity as God King of the Egyptians. Even in death, kings had connections to the sky. The Great Pyramid of Giza, a tomb, a symbolic transit point for the soul of the pharaoh Khufu. Deep inside the structure, two shafts angle up to the sky, providing passageways to the stars for Khufu's soul. One points to Thuban, the closest thing the ancient Egyptians had to a pole star. Thuban was a symbol of eternal life and Pharaoh's destination in the afterlife. Expert skywatchers carefully built the Mayan temple of Kukulkan as a calendar to align with sunrise and sunset on the equinox. Each step leading to the top denotes a day of the year, and a carved stairway honors the planet Venus. The great monuments of antiquity reflect our ancestors' fascination with the heavens, but not their understanding. We no longer worship the sun, stars, and planets. We strive to understand them. It's an eternal quest to comprehend and appreciate the very nature of our universe. To explain the paths of celestial objects across the sky, the early Greeks pictured the universe as a three-dimensional physical system, with Earth at the center. The sun, moon, planets, and stars were all embedded in clear crystal spheres that rotated in circular harmony around the Earth. This model of the universe was a good start. It seemed to explain many observed celestial motions, but not all of them. It took many more observations before we understood that the sun is at the center of the solar system, with the planets orbiting in nearly circular paths. Comets expanded our map beyond the planets. Many originate from the outer realms of the solar system. They follow highly elliptical tracks as they make a mad dash in, go around the sun, and then head back out. While the sun is the center of the solar system, it's just one of an immense collection of stars that lie well beyond the planets, the Milky Way galaxy. From Earth orbit, the Hipparcos satellite helped expand our local map, populating it with distance measurements to more than 2 million of the Milky Way stars. The Milky Way stretches across a vast region of space and contains more than 200 billion stars. In spiral arms sweeping from the center, glowing clouds of gas cradle sites of star formation and the creation of planetary systems. own solar system formed in such a stellar nursery more than 4.5 billion years ago. Warm clouds of gas and dust provided the raw materials for the Sun and planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars were born close to the Sun, where temperatures favored the creation of rocky worlds. Farther out in the solar nebula, where temperatures were cooler, the gas giants began to form. Smaller worlds of rock and ice, planetesimals, were the building blocks of planets. When these massive chunks smashed together in titanic collisions, the impacts created bigger worlds and spread shards of debris to form asteroids. The Voyager spacecraft were the first to completely explore the realm of the gas giant worlds, beginning with Jupiter. And dozens more robotic explorers have been dispatched on other missions of discovery. Each planetary visit opened our eyes to strange new vistas, revealing the diversity of worlds that populate the solar system. A nearly airless world bakes in the relentless heat of the sun. A desolate surface of ancient lava plains, pockmarked with craters. This is Mercury, the innermost planet of the solar system. Venus, named for a goddess, was once considered to be Earth's twin. Nothing could be further from the truth. Trapped beneath a thick blanket of clouds lies a tortured volcanic terrain. But we can't see through the clouds without specially equipped spacecraft. And so Venus remains a shrouded, forbidden planet. Mars is equally forbidding. An inhospitable planet, now locked in eternal drought. Yet its surface is riddled with ancient lake shores and empty riverbeds. Debris fields and floodplains testify to the power of flowing water. Where is the water now? How much is locked in subsurface ice? These are Martian mysteries waiting to be solved. Planetary geologists may one day make the climb to the summit of Olympus Mons and descend into the huge caldera atop the largest volcano in the solar system. The chunks of debris that populate the asteroid belt date back to the earliest epochs of the solar system's formation. This is the transition zone between the rocky worlds of the inner solar system and the realm of the gas giants. and a frequent target for Galileo. Io's tortured terrain undergoes constant volcanic upheaval. Dozens of eruptions and plumes spout from its surface. The dazzling rings of Saturn encircle a turbulent gas giant world. Their complex, intricate structure was one of the Voyager mission's most profound discoveries. But questions remain about how they formed and how long the rings will last. Voyager mapped thousands of rings, countless chunks of water ice, and clouds of dust particles, all in synchronous orbits around the planet. Jumbled surface is unlike any we have seen. Jagged trenches split the cratered plains, and towering ice cliffs rise to dizzying heights over a frozen landscape. Neptune, the final port of call on Voyager's epic journey of exploration. A great whirling windstorm and gossamer thin rings grace the scene. With the icy moon Triton bidding farewell, Voyager left behind the last worlds on its planetary itinerary, destined to travel forever as our emissary to the stars. Only one planet remains for a spacecraft to explore. Pluto, king of the outermost solar system. It moves in darkness with Charon, its companion world. This is a model of the large-scale structure of the universe. Trillions of galaxies in millions of clusters are bound together in a matrix of dark matter filaments. Everything we've ever observed is part of this intricate network. On this scale, our solar system is an insignificant speck in an infinite web of existence. Why the universe started. We just know that it did. The infant universe created its own space, even as it formed matter and energy. This event began more than 13 billion years ago, an expansion of space and time that continues to this day. As the newborn universe expanded and cooled, the stage was set for the formation of the first stars and proto-galaxies. When we peer deep into space and back in time, this is as far as we have seen. From its lofty vantage point high above Earth, the Hubble Space Telescope continues the grand tradition of exploration. Its cameras and instruments have recorded unprecedented visions of the cosmos. Galaxies, as they looked near the beginning of time. Hundreds more galaxies, magnified by a gravitational lens. An awesome collision, tearing two galaxies apart. Spiral arms, swirling in a whirlpool of starbirth nurseries. Within those nurseries, glowing gas and dust clouds are shaped by the processes of star formation. The majesty of starbirth leads inexorably to the finality of star death. The remnants of dying stars present ghostly visions of beauty. As a star ages, it blows off its outer layers, returning material to interstellar space, completing the cycle of life and death, enriching the universe with elements for the next generation of stars. The death of a star, like our sun, frozen in time. The doomed star's atmosphere has expanded into surrounding space and collided with rings of material shed in its earlier life. Yet within this tranquil still life, a frenzy of activity. Superheated jets and ballooning bubbles of gas shoot out from the center, forming a haunting vision of destruction. From Hubble observations comes a virtual tour of a cosmic destination we could never visit. The inescapable gravitational trap of a black hole. We detect a black hole's existence by the whirlpool of matter and energy swirling around it. Interstellar gas and dust, whole stars, and even entire galaxies can be sucked into the singularity. Supermassive black holes lurk at the cores of many galaxies, powering quasars, and perhaps even more exotic objects in the universe. The Hubble Space Telescope is a miracle of modern times. Its priceless legacy of cosmic exploration has provided us a deeper understanding of the universe. And it is only one of many magnificent observatories we use to reach out across space and time. We live in a universe of wonders, on a planet born out of chaos. All around, stars are forming, while others die drawn-out deaths. The cosmic rhythms of life and death are entwined in an infinite web of universal existence. Long ago, our ancestors built monuments to the sky. Yet a true understanding of what they saw escaped them. Now we observe the starry sky with more enlightened eyes, knowing that we are a part of what we see drifting silently overhead. While we cannot touch the stars, they can touch us in ways our ancestors never imagined. Our monuments to the stars are the spacecraft and observatories which bring the cosmos to us and help us understand our place in this beautiful and endless universe.